there was a man recognized, a Nigerian recognized as Zik of Africa. This man introduced other African leaders in the struggle of emancipation, whereby he took most of them out of their countries and they went with him in search of the golden fleece in the US, particularly in the US. And virtually all of them came back to lead their various countries. Name them from Ghana to Zambia to Tanzania to Senegal to Côte d'Ivoire. He was instrumental. A Nigerian. So people saw Nigeria. When we became independent in 1960, great hopes. Became a republic in 1963, excitement. Now, people will start to tell you the military intervention brought corruption here, corruption there. All right. Now, thanks to Abdulsalami Abubakar, the former head of state, who surrendered power in 1999. From 1999 to date, look at the elections that took place. The 1999 elections, it was challenged. 2003 was challenged. 2007, where I participated, I ran with the former vice president. I was his running mate, Atiku Abubakar, GCON, against Yaradua and Jonathan. Obasanjo did what he did, which papers reported it as political abracadabra. But give it to Yaradua. He was honest enough to address the world and to say this election of mine was flawed and something will be done to address the electoral process as we move on. Unfortunately, that great man passed, and we had a President Jonathan. But give it to President Jonathan. He followed what President Yaradua said about the electoral process. President Jonathan finally sanitized the electoral process. Sanitized the electoral process. The election of 2011, as reported by international observers, met all the international standards. Ditto for 2015. The same report came out from the international observers. Unfortunately, the electoral process has gone down completely again. I'm not a lawyer, but I've worked very closely with many Nigerian lawyers, particularly my good friend, my late leader, Dr. Tunji Braithwaite. His thesis, his PhD thesis, he did a work called Jurisprudence of the Living Oracles, where he submitted that the law is not an ass. It is the man that is the ass. That was his submission in the Jurisprudence of the Living Oracles. I am sticking myself to where we are at 63. When we started as an independent nation to Republican, I talked about the Zik of Africa, what he did for Africa, and what those he helped came to do for their various countries. These are all matters that can be, researched on or referenced.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innocent Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
In the Second Republic, one of the major political parties then was the NPN, National Party of Nigeria. The NPN had its motto as one nation with one destiny. Today, the situation is like one nation with multi-destinies. That is how unfortunate our story has become. And anybody you speak to will tell you that the problem with our country today is leadership. So we must have to discover that leader. We who are in politics have a duty to discover the true leaders to come and take charge of this country. You cannot lead a people by false life, by false behavior, by false attitude. A leader must be credible. A leader must have integrity. A leader must be transparent. A leader must be accountable to the people. A leader must be prepared to take responsibilities. A leader must be willing and able, ready to mobilize the people. The Nigerian people need to be mobilized in the right direction. That is the fastest way by which you can rise to become the leader of the continent. And God has blessed this country in such a way that there is no state that does not have one resource or the other, in which some countries even use to become great. The country is so well blessed. But the practice of true federalism is just not there. That's why people commonly say to you that we are yet not a nation. When Chief Awolowo said this thing many years ago, in the Second Republic, that we are just a geographical expression. In 1983, after the elections of 1983, and the MPN won the elections and said they had a moonslide and landslide victory, your senior colleagues went and interviewed the same sage, the great Chief Awolowo. What did he say? He said, I pray that I'm not going to go to court to challenge this, but I pray that Nigeria will one day know democracy, but not in this fashion, not in this manner.